Welcome to Champions Learning Center Maths tutorials on equations 3. Today we'll be looking at equations with fractional powers. But before we can manipulate such equations, we want to look at a method called cross multiplication. Cross multiplication, okay? Cross multiplication is a method that is used for anything that is directly proportional. So if I say x is proportional to y, it means that x is equal to a constant times y. And anything that is directly proportional, we can use cross multiplication to solve it. For example, if I say that £1 gives me $1.25, then obviously $2 would give me 2 times this much. And this is what cross multiplication does. So I would say £1 equal to $1.25. So if I want to know how much would I get for $55 if I convert it, then I would want to know how much pounds I would get. So when we set that up like this, we do the cross multiplication method. And the cross multiplication literally looks like a cross. There it is. So you can see it looks like a cross, and it also looks like a multiplication. So what it says is you do the manipulation like this. You follow the lines. 1 times 55. 1 times 55 equal to x times 125. X times $1.25. And from there, you can easily manipulate that to find x, because you've done that already in equations 1 and 2. So in order to get my x, I would just divide by 125. And what I did to one side, I did to the other. And so x pounds would equal to whatever I get here when I divide 1 times 55, which is 55, divided by 125, 1.25. And whatever that is, that would be the amount of pounds you would get if you convert $55 into pound. So we're going to use that method in order to solve all our algebraic equations with fractional powers. So let's start with one example. For example, if I got 6a, this pen's a bit cold, 6a minus 1 over 5a, I'll just swap these pens over, 5a minus 4 equal to 2. Now notice you can see this is a fractional power. This is 6a minus 1 is equal to 2. You can see this is a fractional side. I suggest always make the other side fractional and just simply put it over 1. That way you can see exactly the fractions. All numbers can be divided by 1. So every number as a fractional, it would be over 1. And now I'm going to apply my cross multiplication. So I'm just going to follow what the cross multiplication says. So in this case, it doesn't matter which side you start first. So let's start from the 6a. So it says 6a minus 1, and it's always a good thing to keep those in brackets. You can't separate them. Is equal to, times 1 is equal to 2. See, this times that is equal to this times that. Is equal to 2 times 5a minus 4. So now we have that into a nice linear equation. We can now go back to equations 2 and 1 in order to solve that. So this is multiplied by 1. So it's still going to be 6a minus 1 equal to 2 times 5, which is 10a. 2 times minus 4 minus 8. So I've got 6a minus 1 equal to 10a minus 8. Now remember, in equations 2 and 1 we talk about moving things from left to right. In this instance we've got a on this side, a term a, and a on this side. Because I've got 10a over here, I'm going to remove 6a from the left and put it on the right. So it's going to be 10a still on this side. I remove this one over there, so it's become 6a still, but the sign changes. It's positive over here, so now it's become negative. And this has minus 1 over here, which still remain the same. And I'm going to remove the minus 8 from the right and put it on the left. Now it becomes plus 8. See that? Now if I do the subtraction here, this gives me 7. So minus 8 plus 1 gives me 7. The easiest way to see this is to do the subtraction, which is 8 take away 1, which is 7, and keep the sign of the bigger number. So that's a quick method if you have problems with your negative numbers. And then 10a minus 6a is equal to 4a. So a, if I divide by 4 and divide by 4, so a equal 7 over 4, which is 1 and 0.2. So 4 into 7 is 1, remainder 3. So we can do that to a decimal. So we'll just leave it at there for now. But you can divide that out into a decimal to get the exact thing. So let's just do that quickly. So 4 into 7 is 1. Remainder 3. 4 into 30 is 4 7s. So it looks like about 1.75. But you can see you can easily use the cross multiplication method in order to solve equations with fractional powers. Thanks for watching this short tutorial on equations 3.